types of acid. There's strong acids, there's weak acids. But what I want to focus on this lecture is monoprotic versus polyprotic acid. Okay, so monoprotic acid is any compound that is an acid that is capable of donating one H plus. Okay, for example, HF give out one H plus, nitric acid give out one H plus, acetic acid give out one H plus. And if you have an acid that can give out more than one H plus, okay, for example, H2SO4, this is a polyprotic acid. Okay, but if you want to narrow it down, be a little bit more specific, you can also call this a diprotic acid because it is capable of giving out 2 H plus. And if you have H3PO4, phosphoric acid, this is also a polyprotic acid. And now if you want to narrow it down, you can call it triprotic acid because it is capable of giving out 3H plus. Okay. There is also something called the oxyacid. These are the acids that has its acidic hydrogen attached to an oxygen atom. For example, phosphoric acid. You see, phosphoric acid has its acidic hydrogen attached to an oxygen atom. You have hypochlorous acid, which is the acidic hydrogen attached to an oxygen atom. Acetic acid has the H plus, this acidic hydrogen attached to an oxygen atom. These are the examples of oxyacids. Okay. Another term that you need to know is something called the amphoteric acid. This is when a substance can behave as an acid or as a base. For example, water is amphoteric acid. If you have water A, okay, and then you have water B, okay, and then you can see that this water A here, okay, if we react with this water, what it does is that it will accept the H plus from this water and itself will turn into hydronium ion. Now, once this water molecule donates the H plus to this water, itself becomes the hydroxide ion. So you can see water can behave as a base or it can behave as an acid. So we said that water is amphoteric. Now you can see that this reaction, what we found is that at room temperature, 25 degrees Celsius, the concentration of the products here are not very high. It is only 1 times 10 to the negative 7. And the concentration of both of them, both these products are equal because after all, it's 1-to-1 ratio, right? So since this is not this reaction does not produce that much product, we said this reaction is reactant favored. Okay, so now because it is reactant favored, you can write it in the chemical equilibrium. So like this is the reactant, and then in equilibrium with the products. Okay, so now if you recall how to write the chemical equilibrium expression, it is going to be the product. Okay, product over reactant. Now keep in mind that sometimes when we write out the hydronium ion, you can just simply write out as an H plus. So you can use these two, write it out interchangeably. It has the same meaning. Okay, so the product hydronium or H plus multiplied by the hydroxide. Now theoretically you're supposed to divide by water molecules, but this is the concentration of the water is so high, literally it becomes a constant. So all you have to do is just have to write the the product, which is a hydronium and a hydroxide, multiply them, and it is going to be equal to 1 times 10 to negative 14. Now remember, right, in the last slide, I showed you that the concentration of each one of this is 1 times 10 to negative 7. This is 1 times 10 to negative 7. So the product of those two will be equal to 1 times 10 to negative 14. Okay. So now, if the concentration of the H plus and the hydroxide are equal, we say that the solution is neutral. Now, if the concentration of the H plus is greater than the hydroxide, we say that the solution is acidic. If the concentration of the hydroxide is bigger than H plus, we say that the solution is basic. Okay. So now with that, you know that H plus multiplied by hydroxide is equal to 1 times 10 to negative 14. What if the concentration of H plus is equal to 1 times 10 to negative 5? You just use that equation. Kw 1 times 10 to the negative 14 equals to 1 times 10 to the negative 5. And you want to know the concentration of the hydroxide. So the concentration of the hydroxide will be equal to 1 times 10 to the negative 14 divided by 1 times 10 to the negative 5. So the hydroxide will be equal to 1 times 10 to the negative 11 molar. Okay, so you can see that this solution is acid. Actually, the concentration of AH plus is greater than hydroxide. The solution is going to be acidic. Okay. Now, if the concentration of the hydroxide is equal to 1 times 10 to negative 7, now because you know that the Kw is equal to 1 times 10 to negative 14, so that means that the concentration of H plus for this solution also has to be equal to 1 times 10 to negative 14. Negative 7. So that means that the concentration of hydroxide and H plus are equal. So the solution is going to be neutral. Okay. Now, what if the concentration of H plus is equal to 10? Right? So that means that if you look at the Kw is 1 times 10 to the negative 14, divide by the concentration of H plus, which is 10, and this is going to be equal to the concentration of the hydroxide. So that means that the concentration of the hydroxide is going to be pretty low, 1 times 10 to negative 15 molar. You can see that the concentration H plus is way bigger than the concentration of the hydroxide, so the solution is going to be acidic. Okay, so what is important is something called a pH scale. Now you can see that when you look at the number of the hydronium or H plus, the number is not too pretty. It's like 1 times 10 to negative 7, 1 times 10 to negative 5. So you want a number to look pretty. So what we're going to do is we apply log scale. This is really easy because all you have to do is this. We'll come back to this later. All you have to do is this. Okay, you can see here when the solution is equal to 1 times 10 to negative 9, pH is equal to negative log 1 times 10 to the negative 9. Okay, plug this into the calculator, minus, okay, use the negative sign, log, open parenthesis, 1 times 10 to negative 9. So this is going to come out to be 1.0900. Okay, so you see two decimal places. Why? Because it says here that number, the decimal places of log must be equal to the number of sig fig, an original number. So original number has 2 sig fig, so it has 2 decimal places over here. So now for this one, the pH is going to be equal to negative log 1 times 10 to the negative 6. So plug into the calculator, you have 6.00. And then over here, okay, so if the concentration of H plus is equal to 1 negative log 1. Okay, that is going to be equal to 0. So this one is super acidic. Okay. So you can see that if you compare the pH, okay, so you're going from pH 2 to pH 1, the solution from 2 to 1, the solution become more acidic by how much? When the pH actually decreased by 1, you actually decrease 10 times. Okay, because log is log of 10, right? And then if you're going from 3 to 1, you're looking at the difference in 100 times difference. Okay, the dilution is like from here to here is 100 times dilution. All right, so this is a pH meter that you can use to measure the pH of the solution, or sometimes in low tech, you can actually use the pH paper. Just like pH, POH, you have the same equation. If you have the concentration of the hydroxide, you can use the POH. So for example, like this, if you have the concentration hydroxide equal to this value, you just go ahead, negative log it, 1 times 10 to negative 12. So this is equal to 12.00. Okay, so that's how you find the POH. Now, we'll come back to this slide in a minute. So let's take a look at this first. Okay, so how you remember if you have the H plus multiplied by the hydroxide, and it is equal to Kw, which is 1 times 10 to the negative 14, right? So what you can do is that you can actually negative log this value. So this is what you have over here. So if you negative log one side, you have to negative log the other side also. Now, when you multiply log, it's actually, for example, A minus multiplied by B, you can actually, you know that it's equal to log A plus log B. So the same thing over here. So from negative log here, okay, so it's going to be negative log H plus negative log hydroxide. Okay, so it is going to be equal to negative log Kw. Now, because you know this is equal to pH, and you know this is equal to POH, and this is equal to 14. So we have a new equation, pH plus POH is equal to 14. So this comes in really handy because if you want to find the POH of this solution, then pH is 7.4. So plus POH, right? So this POH will be equal to 6.6, just like that. Okay. And then on the flip side, if you know the pH and you want to find the concentration of H plus or the hydroxide, you just use this equation. Okay, so concentration H plus is equal to 10 to the power of negative pH. So if you see something like this, you want to find the H plus is going to be equal to 10 times to negative 3.14. Do your calculation. So you go 10 caret negative 3.14, and then you can see that this is 2 decimal places. So this has to be equal to 2 sig fig to 7.2 times 10 to the negative 4 molar. Okay, and then if you want to find the concentration of the hydroxide, the OH will be equal to 10 to the negative 5.67. Plug into your calculator, 10 caret negative 5.67. So two decimal places, 2 sig fig, 2.1 times 10 to negative 6 molar. Okay, just like that. Now let's go back to the other slide. I think I forgot to cover that slide. Let's go back over here. Okay, so if you have a problem like this, okay, so you can find a pH and POH. So if you have the hydroxide, right, find a POH first. Negative log 1.0 O times 10 to the third, right? So that means that this POH is equal to 3.00, right? So that means that the pH has to be equal to 14 subtract 3. So it is going to be 11.00, just like that. Now, if you have this, the pH is equal to negative log 1.0. So this is equal to 0.00, right? So the POH will have to be 14, just like that. All right. Okay, so I think that's about it.